Just a couple cages.
Actually, I'm going to argue
another
this.
room.
I'm going to argue this.
I think it would help us keep on track more.
Which is fine. But to this end, what I will say is as such. Here's the entry. This is the room that teaches you Aerolite Power's framework, acts as conduit to mind-controlled thing. Right? You learned that here. And that's what was covered. Then we moved on. We came down here.
I consider that 4 things in one room. 4 completely different things in one room, though.
Well, I mean, I would love to get together on a Sunday and make a YouTube series out of dissecting how we would take that and turn it into 4 rooms.
I thought that was great as one room.
About pacing and the difference of, and it's not to say that I'm right, you're wrong, you're right, I'm wrong. The point I'm making is that there's a difference in not just opinion but philosophy in how pacing works. A difference in philosophy on how pacing should work in a game. Now maybe your philosophy of this is like it should be this way for the sort of game that I'm running, or maybe it's your philosophy for the pacing that I should be running in a D&D game, or in a game that you feel that you want to excel in. Like, you know what I'm saying here is each person here will have a difference of opinion. Like right there, you and Paul obviously have contrasting opinions about the pacing and how it should be played out.
I just thought the room was good.
And the sets and the whatnot.
Pacing was
It's all about that pacing. Fair? Is that a fair statement? We're talking about pacing here?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, I gotta dumb it down to something, right? Like, if you want to call it dumbing it down. But anyway, all
what
I'm
he's saying
saying
is, like, this was, I don't agree with him. This room is an example. Maybe this one a little bit more. Is that when we get into a room and there's too many things.
Okay, so you know what? In
everybody's
comparison, this particular room is, as I said, as I might explain, specimens and spare parts.
I didn't have a problem with it either.
And literally, that's it. It's a flavor room after a fashion, I suppose. You know, in the end, ultimately, it's a flavor room. And in fairness, it is a flavor room. Now, I want to say something here else. The prayer wheel is something else altogether. But in short,
viewers, wasn't it?
No, that was all me.
Oh, I thought it was
that was intentional. These doors never got explored. They've been sitting here completely neglected. We went down this route. That's fine. This is what this room is. Right? There's also this door here, which is supposed to provide its own aspect. And I'm trying to shoehorn as much as I can into this area as I can so that we can keep the story going. Yeah, sorry, I'm drunk. Anyway.
That's yours. You can sit on your turn.
My apologies. I wanted to argue the point of pacing, and I got really into it.
That was fine.
What did you like, Joe?
I don't know. Point being, I'm going to leave it alone then.
Yeah, what'd you like?
You have to pick something.
I know, I'm thinking. I usually focus on what I hate. Everything else is usually fine.
The most enjoyed part of the game. Usually it's somebody else's suffering,
yeah. But not a lot of people suffered tonight. Not even me, which is amazing.
No, so combat-wise, it was there, but lax, you might say.
I love the gnome or halfling getting his ass kicked through that door. That was
pretty cool. That was a good shit.
That's the banging. Sounds like somebody's getting it hard. You hear it up there? It just stopped.
No.
It was like, boom, there it goes. Somebody's just getting nailed hard. It's been going on for like a minute now.
I hear it.
It was going hard there.
They were very athletic. My neighbors were very athletic.
Oh my god.
We admire each other. We talked about kickboxing and whatnot. Yeah, I think they still go actually. But anyway, they run a bunch of health food stores and shit.
So did you say what you liked?
Yeah, I guess I say what I liked. Snake bit was good.
The snake bit.
Yes.
The cutting of the brain.
We have the dissection of the
brain
brain while everyone else is freaking out or completely ignoring the situation.
My goal is to try and gross you guys out as much as possible because nothing grosses me out.
Don't think that's going to happen too often.
So Joe hated the pacing but liked the acrobatics and the dissection.
Sure, yeah.
Fair? Alright. Paul, what'd you like? What'd you hate? What was your favorite part? What'd you like least?
I liked the whole dungeon setup. I thought it was cool. I thought there was a couple times. I think what it is we get maybe a little bit lost, like on how fast we can move. Because I know as a DM, it's not your job to move us forward.
I try though. Like,
I know, but it's not your job too. It's actually our job to say we're moving forward.
Yeah.
And what I think it is we gotta, when we start moving forward, we gotta not dick around with moving forward. It's just let's move forward, not just move up 4 or 5 feet steps on the thing and then sit back and wait 15 minutes to declare you're moving forward again. You know what I mean? Just like, okay, we're moving forward. If the group's staying back, then they're staying back. But just start going on the moving forward. And then everybody starts following, right? Because a lot of times I find that it's just nobody moving forward is why we sit back a lot. Like when we're done an area, it tends that nobody's really moving forward to get us going. So we kind of just sit and lag in the area for a little bit, and then finally when we slowly start moving, and I think it's just that we need to, once we're done an area, get moving.
I think
that'll speed things up.
A lot of that hinges on me directing traffic, so to speak. I've got to be the hub, the router.
Well,
that's my job.
I'm saying we need to be.
No, I thoroughly understand. What I'm getting at is I've noticed a lot of times people just don't know. They don't know, and you can say, "Oh, well, people got to be on it." But the truth is that is literally my job. Is say, "Okay, this person's done this. It's time to move on," and being the person that says, "Okay, are you sure you're done?" You're done, and then moving on, and then going back and solving. Like there was a lot of that. There was a lot of going back. And I don't want to hijack.
But anyways, yeah. So, like I said, I really like the dungeon. I like the way it's set up.
Yeah, it was the dungeon.
I really like this room. I was really actually hoping for a fight though. That's one of my disappointments was that I was actually thought there was going to be a fight in this room. I thought either when we disconnected, fucked with that orb thing, that either it was going to release the whatever that thing is, or somehow the fucking giant was going to get out and start thrashing. I thought there was going to be a fight there. Finding the Veronescu, whatever his name is. Baroness, fucking.
Varonesque.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that.
I feel like
It's such a bad place to have that shrine.
Finding the
it's
gun
there.
was fucking epic. I've been wanting a Dwarven gun for a very long time. The snake room I thought was really cool. Just dissecting it. I think it was funny on the panic kill. There's lots of things I thought were really good.
The
I really
panic
like-
kill?
Yeah, where we Thunder started capping the snake.
Oh yeah. Okay, fair enough.
and it just splattered me again.
I like who bound up that zombie board guy. Curtis, I love how we go down there and just cap the fuck out of it. I'm not sure what the purpose of, because you weren't even in the room. Were you?
He was at the top of the stairs.
I really liked your acting when you were doing the kind of ethereal talk when he was doing the telepathy thing.
Oh, I haven't done that in a long time actually. It's been a couple sessions since I've had to actually voice act anything too.
It wasn't just that though, it was that you were doing this like really like weird ass, almost like Dune level shit with all the different
Oh,
personalities.
when you're going after
inside.
somebody's mind, I guess.
Yeah, that was really
I
cool.
liked getting the fact that even the ghost, they were trying to do something along the same routes to the ghost.
How do you mean?
I like.
sir?
Well, I'm assuming that ghost is been captured.
Oh
because they have
Okay, I
plans
got you.
to
The
fucking
storyline that way.
modify it somehow, right?
We're going to put cybernetics inside the ghost.
Yeah, I don't know how they find how to do it, but they must be working on
the
it, right?
ghost inside the cybernetics.
That's how far they're going.
Sure,
Though. That's how far they're going. I don't know. I like the storyline down here. I think we need to go back and investigate that area.
What do you think of the plant?
Yeah, that's
The plant. I was staying away from that shit.
The fern of fondling?
I could see that. I could see that fern
Look at that
raping
experience
me.
right there.
I'm like,
Take
let's
it,
write
take it
that
down.
down.
I'm gonna fucking write that shit up and put it on the DM's guild. The fern of fondling.
They're like, is that did Thoracics just say the fern is raping him?
well, I did say I don't want a rapey tree, but we did.
I've already covered that.
Shrubbery.
Watch out. Yeah, exactly. What's attacking me? Just
That was-
asks.
that-
And Julie
that's-
responds, a shrubbery! Bong!
One of my dislikes is I don't like the way you did initiative. But we'll talk
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
all over the place.
talk
I don't know.
about that.
Don't get me started on that. That
That's what I mean. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, you mean what I did to you at the beginning there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I have a
whatever.
different interpretation of how initiative works.
Yeah, you're just
Obviously,
long
we settled
pawns.
that at the
No.
beginning.
Wait, let me just explain this very quickly.
Alright,
This is
alright,
under
go
60 seconds.
Mhm.
No, you
That whole initiative is done in 6 seconds. Everybody's moves are done in 6 seconds.
Yep.
So when everybody's doing their stuff, they're all doing it at the same time. So
So
that's
your
why,
theory
let me
is
just say
that
what
he's
I'm-
going to attack on his turn, so there's a preemption
Yeah,
of it.
I have the jump, right? So I see these tentacles coming off of him, like you said, were tacking out at me.
Mm-hmm.
I see them coming out, boom, boom. I let go of the triggers because I beat him in initiative. So it's all happening in that 6 seconds. In 6 seconds, his tentacles are coming out,
I can't
but I
argue
fired
that.
first.
I can't argue that, other than to say, this is how it is in the rules. I'm gonna follow it to the letter. Blah 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 blah. I'm a dick. Like that is what it is.
No, but I think that's how
All the
initiative
artistic
works.
abstract, you're absolutely right. It's all supposed to be happening at the same time. Air quotes, because again, open to interpretation, and every DM under the sun has their own way of doing it. So yes, I was being a dick.
So yeah, I just like I said, keep that
It
in
is what it
60
is.
seconds.
Because I was trying to, and my philosophy has always been like initiative rules. If there's a reason for combat, that's when you start initiative. You don't start initiative unless there's a reason for combat. And I've even done this in the past in our sessions where I've given these particular players.
And there was no the reason for combat. He was attacking.
But what I was just going to say, Paul, is that in the past, what I've done is I've said these particular players, whichever players that I deem to be in the position to a free attack that starts the combat. You guys all start the attack, so you guys have that initial 3 seconds or 6 seconds or whatever the fuck.
I agree
to
with
get
that fully.
an action.
I fully agree. Like if
And
we're standing
that
around
is what
and I got my
initiates
guns
combat.
out and you're standing here talking to me and I started off with shooting you. I just
Then
I'm fucking
at
shooting.
that point, I got to roll initiative because
Right.
oh my god, I'm in a combat,
Right.
right?
In situations like that, I don't have a problem with that. In the situation when we were, though, I was already pointing my guns at the creature.
Which
And so that's when initiative
I
rolled
suppose
when
when
it
I
goes
look
to
in
attack.
retrospect.
You know, let's not beat a dead horse with this. We both said what we need
No,
to
let's
say.
beat the fuck out of it. I want blood and sinew and
But
gore
that-
and
that's
muscle.
good enough.
I want to eat the flesh from its bones.
Oh my god, this is beating a dead horse with another dead horse.
that's-
Can we move on to Fletcher?
You can say what you need to say.
Orc smash.
I don't
Alright,
wanna
so
steal your
anyway,
line.
your favorite part was everything,
Everything.
and the part you hated was me dicking you up.
No,
Alright, fair enough.
there was something else that I said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, movement. There was times where I think we should have just been moving a little quicker.
Ah, yeah, fair enough.
We're
Fair enough,
lagging
fair enough.
because-
And I gotta be the runner in
Chris.
this.
No, I don't think you do. I think we do. I think we need
No,
to
no,
move
that was
forward.
the discussion
Let's
that
moving up.
happened.
Let's do it as a group.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
move up. More declaration of it.
Fletcher!
Hello.
What you like? What you hate? What's your favorite part? What you like least?
The Red Bull's kicking in.
Well, I like the fact that this dungeon is getting more massive.
That's good.
It
That's
looks
good.
big, but the
Right.
funny thing is that this, all of this is like connected to this part. So
It's-
all of that
So all of
is hooked up
this,
to here.
It's like a big
it's
ship.
all in this.
All of
This
this
could be a
is
giant
here.
ship.
And this is led from there to here.
Oh, okay.
So this is here, and this is here, and that should be perfectly clear.
Yeah.
That was a good rhyme.
Yes. Yeah. So then now I imagine like old Diablo 2 style kind of thing, like where you have like the pentagram and like the candles and like the treasure chest over here. But anyways, what I didn't like, I was kind of dicking myself around, to be honest. I don't
You
even
do
know
all the time.
how.
But that's it.
That's my friends call me a dirt wizard. It's
You
Right,
call yourself
yeah.
Dirt Wizard. Your friends call you Dirt Wizard because you have your name as Dirt Wizard.
you know,
Okay, well,
it's
we'll
the other
move
way
on.
around.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's your nickname, Dirt Wizard.
Yeah.
When he had less shit in his tro. In his
Are they
tro?
gonna ever get tired or what?
Tro?
Trow.
Trow.
Like
Trow.
trousers?
I guess. I don't know. Alright, so what was your favorite part? What did you hate?
My favorite part is dungeons. I love dungeons.
Yeah, so do I.
It's big now, yeah, it's getting big. There's blood on crates now.
Like I'm actually gonna have to like draw it out. It's just like
You
possibly
don't
play through it
say!
again. What I didn't like was I really don't know.
Bullshit. Complain about something.
Too many options, I guess. Not enough progress, not enough
Fair enough.
cohesiveness as a unit.
Yes.